Why can't we feel the Earth move around the Sun? The Earth spins like a top. It also moves around the Sun. It moves through space at 30 kilometers per second. That is thrilling speed. Why can we not feel any of this movement? Our ride on Earth is like a ride in a smooth elevator. We know that an elevator is moving only when it slows down or speeds up. When an elevator moves at a steady speed, we cannot feel that it is moving. In the same way, the Earth always travels smoothly at the same speed, so we do not feel its movement. Do insects have blood? Yes, they do, but it does not usually look like ours. Most insects' blood is green or yellow. Some insects' blood has no color. An insect like us has a heart to pump its blood. An insect's heart does not look much like ours. It looks like a tub. An insect's heart is as long as the insect's body. It beats in waves, like our stomach muscles. These contractions move the blood along. An insect's blood does not move in blood vessels as ours does. The insect's muscles and other body parts receive blood directly. Where do insects go in winter? Most insects die at summer end, but they leave many eggs to hatch in the spring. They lay eggs in safe places to wait for spring. When the weather is warm, the young hatch. Some insects sleep all winter long like bears. They hide in the ground and under the bark of trees. Crickets and ants do this, but ants come out on sunny winter days. Honeybees spend the winter in their beehives. They eat honey that collects during the summer. Some insects spend the winter in their cocoons. Mourners butterflies are like butter. They fly south to warmer places from the winter. Why is the ocean salty? The salt in the oceans actually comes from the land. Water on the Earth's surface dissolves the rocks. They are salt in the dissolved rocks. These salts flow into the water of the ocean. When the rain falls on the land, it washes more salt from the land, and rivers carry the salt into the ocean. Water evaporates from the sea that leaves all the salt behind. This has happened for millions of years, so the ocean is very salty. Do fish ever sleep? Yes, they do, but it does not look that way to us. Fish do not have eyelids like ours. They cannot close their eyes. Their eyes stay open, so it looks as if they are always awake. But fish do sleep. Some fish do not move when they are asleep. Others sink to the bottom and rest on the sand or rocks. Some fish dig into the sand and rest their muscles there. Fish do not usually sleep long. We sleep longer and more deeply than fish. A fish is easily disturbed. Any sound or movement can awaken it. Look closely the next time you are near some fish. Maybe they are sleeping. Watch carefully and quietly. Do not wake them up. You might frighten them. What is a blind spot? Actually, every one of us has a blind spot. A blind spot is a very small area of the eye. It's in the back of the eye. It cannot be seen right. When an image falls on this blind spot, the object is invisible. Our brain helps complete the picture. It fills in this blind spot, then we can see a total picture. If you do not believe it, try this. Find your blind spot. Look closely at the picture. Now close your left eye. Focus on the star with your right eye. Now slowly move the page toward your right eye. At some point, your left side of the dot. The dot has hit your blind spot. See? We really do have a blind spot.
Okay, what's the theme of this book?
Do you know why?
Okay, page 6. How does the earth spin?
The earth spins like a top.
While it spins, where does the earth move?
It also moves around the sun.
Okay. What is our ride on earth like?
Our ride on earth is like a ride in a smooth elevator.
When do we know an elevator is moving?
We know that an elevator is moving only when it slows down or speeds up.
Does the earth always travel at the same speed?
Yes, Earth always travels smoothly at the same speed.
Yes, it does. Next page. Do insects have blood?
Yes, they do.
What color is most insect blood?
Most insect blood is green or yellow.
How long is an insect's heart?
An insect's heart is as long as the insect's body.
Do insects' muscles and body parts receive blood directly?
The insect's muscles and other body parts receive blood directly.
Next page. What happens to most insects at the end of the summer?
Most insects die at summer end. But
When do their eggs hatch?
the lay egg is when the weather is warm, the young hatch.
Okay, their eggs hatch in the spring. Do some insects sleep all winter long?
Some insects sleep all winter long like bears.
Okay, what insects come out on sunny winter days?
Ants come out on sunny winter days.
Next page. Where do honeybees spend the winter?
Honeybees spend the winter in their beehives.
What do they eat?
They eat the honey they collect during the summer.
Do some insects spend the winter in cocoons?
Yes, some insects spend the winter in their cocoons
Why are monarch butterflies like birds?
because they fly south to warmer places from the winter.
Page 14. Where does the salt in the ocean come from?
The salt in the ocean actually comes from the land.
What is in the dissolved rocks?
There are salts in the dissolved rock. Water on the earth's surface dissolves the rocks.
Okay, there are.
Dissolves the
뭐가 있는 거야?
소금이 있다.
What is in the dissolved rocks?
There are salt in the dissolved rocks.
Right. How does the salt get into the ocean?
These salt flow into the water of the ocean.
자, 여기 과정을 설명하는 거지, 지금. 그러니까, 뭐부터 시작해야 돼?
When rain falls on the land, it washes more salt from the land, and rivers carry the salt into the ocean.
When water evaporates from the sea, what is left behind?
That leaves all the salt behind.
Okay. Do fish ever sleep?
Yes, they do.
Do fish have eyelids?
No,
Can a fish close its eyes?
no, they cannot close their eyes.
How long do fish sleep?
Fish do not usually sleep long.
What can wake up a fish?
Any sound or movement can awaken it.
Next page. Page 18. What is a blind spot?
A blind spot is a very small area of the eye.
맞아?
It is in the back of the eye. It cannot receive light. When an image falls on this blind spot, though,
Okay. 그래서 where is the blind spot?
it is in the back of the eye.
Why cannot the blind spot get?
다음에 다시.
What cannot the blind spot get? blind spot이 뭐를 get 하지 못해?
가죠. It cannot receive light
Why don't we see the blind spot?
because when an image falls on this blind spot, the object is invisible.
그래서 어떻게 해주는 거? Our brain이
Our brain helps complete the picture,
and
and it fills in this blind spot.
right.